Hello everybody and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Guapish Rule 34. As always, I'm your host Tanner, and this time I'm not just your host, but your quiz master. And joining me today are four excellent, super smart contestants. First off, let me introduce you to contestant number one, Nico.
Yeah, hey there everybody, I'm your resident pseudo-intellectual here. I may have, won the last two quizzes here, and I'm really hoping I can come home with the turkey this time around.
I get it, that's a bowling reference. I can confirm there are 0 bowling questions on this quiz though, so good luck with that. Also introducing contestant number 2, Kyler.
Hey, what's up everybody?
Fantastic, and coming onto the stage from center corner, wait, that sentence didn't make, anyway, contestant 3, Jackson.
I won the Pokemon quiz. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of Pokemon-based questions on this quiz, so I think I'm a shoe-in, frankly.
You know, I'll neither confirm nor deny that there are any Pokemon questions on this quiz.
I'm a shoe-in, boys. I've got this.
And finally, contestant number 4, Tanichi.
Hi, hello, I'm King Tanichi. If you're a dentist, please leave a comment down under.
Down under?
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm not gonna lie, Tanner, it's kind of fucked up they introduced Kyler before Jackson.
Yeah, that's true.
I just want to shuffle the order a bit. I don't know. You're right. I shouldn't get freaky with it, you know. Anyway, so everyone, today's quiz is what I'm gonna call the I'm just calling it the quiz. I'm sure you've all seen these TikTok and YouTube videos of people walking up to Zoomers and asking them simple questions to make them look like idiots. I have compiled all of those questions from all of those quizzes into one mega Are You an Idiot quiz. And this one's going to be run a bit differently from our typical quizzes. Basically, the way this is going to work is I will read each question twice. You will, and then, at some point say go. In that time, you must type out your answer. If you get a question wrong, you are eliminated from the quiz and are officially stupid. And we will...
Battle Royale!
Dude,
that's right, it is a sudden death quiz.
Holy shit.
And we will go until I run out of questions or until we have one person left.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
So, yeah. So get your typing fingers ready. I will read each question.
Typist.
Yeah, what if we all just bomb out in the first 3 questions?
What happens if you don't answer a question as well?
If you don't answer in the time, that I'm gonna assume that means you don't know the answer, so you get it wrong and you're eliminated.
Okay.
By the way, for all you competitors here, I would highly suggest perhaps using your phone if you have one on hand to type these out, just to let you know there isn't much clickety-clacking going on in that recording.
Damn it, Nico, damn it.
That's a decent idea. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, pull your phones out, and let me know when you're all ready.
Is this in general, or are we typing it to you?
Yeah, we're doing it in general.
So I can just take other people's answers?
I feel like it might be smarter to send them to you, Tanner.
Yeah.
In my DMs, that will extend the time so much is the problem.
You think
you just have to say 3,
listen,
3, 2, 1.
No. I read the question twice, and then depending on how complicated the answer is, I will say go. At some point after that, you will type it out while I'm reading the questions, and then when I say go is when you send it in.
Oh, okay.
Does that work for everyone?
Sure, that sounds fine.
Sure, why not?
Alright, let's start off with something easy.
Okay.
This is I've got a couple different categories, I'll be jumping around them. We've got general knowledge questions, geography, history, math, and science. These are all very basic questions, and if you graduated from high school, you should know them.
Uh-oh.
So let's start off. How many make up 1 dozen? How many make up 1 dozen? Go.
Jackson, you retard.
That's not me.
Yeah, that was Tanichi.
Retard.
I don't appreciate
Kick him out.
being
He already
called
doesn't
that.
know.
He did already. He did fuck that one up already. But yes, you are all correct. 12.
I'm sorry, Tanichi. I meant to only call it to Jackson, but I already said it to him, and I feel like it wouldn't be a good look on me if I didn't extend the same sort of towards
the venom. Yeah,
it's this whole deal. I'd rather just get past it, though. You know.
Of course. Anyways, on to the next question. What is the shape of a stop sign? What is the shape of a stop sign? I'll give you a couple more seconds on this one. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, and it looks like Kyler, shockingly enough, is the first one to be eliminated. He said hexagon. The correct answer is octagon.
Question 2, Kyler.
You didn't see the Octagon song by Jack Black?
Listen,
That's what I thought,
I
Jackson.
literally typed out octagon first, but then I'm like, wait, and I counted in my head, but I have aphantasia. I can't picture a stop sign, so I counted 6, because...
You probably should have gone with your first answer then. Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't drive or anything. I don't even need stop signs. Also, stop signs don't exist. I have stop lights, alright?
Copium.
Where am I going around, dude?
Anyway, Kyler is now eliminated.
So
Next
quick.
question.
Shouldn't there be like lives or something?
No, I told you.
The whole point of... Listen, the whole point of these questions are that you're stupid if you don't know any of them.
Okay, yeah, I could literally learn the recipe for napalm right now if I wanted to. I don't think it's stupid to not know what a stop sign looks like,
That's fair.
because it's pretty obvious when you recognize it.
That's fair.
I'm gonna say he's eliminated.
Yeah, that's fine, but like the idea of smart being common sense, like I
Kyler.
could literally do so many crimes so easily.
Whatever, man. Next question. Question number 3. What language do the people in Idaho speak? What language do the people in Idaho speak? 3, 2, 1. Correct. That is English. Very impressive, everyone. Very impressive.
I'm not gonna lie, like, ever since Kyler got eliminated, like, it really feels like the stress is on at this point.
Yeah,
like,
no, there's definitely a
of
lot
course.
of pressure on these questions, and then I immediately get relieved when he says the question.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
like, am I gonna be stupid?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't want that. Here we go. Who fought in the Mexican-American War? Who fought in the Mexican-American War? Gonna give you guys 5 more seconds on that one. And go. That's correct. America and Mexico. Crazy how that works. Also, I will say, Jess, I didn't want to say before you answer that question, there aren't really any trick questions in here. If anything feels like a trick question, you're overthinking it.
You're not gonna ask us like how many months have 28 days in them or something?
That wouldn't be a trick question either, because there is an answer to that. And it's sometimes one. Here we go. Let's do some math. If you're driving 60 miles per hour and drive for an hour, how far do you travel? If you're driving 60 miles per hour and drive for an hour, how far do you travel? 3, 2, 1, go. Correct. 60 miles. Very good. You all know your math. That's very good.
Nico didn't put his unit of measurement, though. It could be anything.
Miles.
He's cheating. He's feeding off our answer.
Semantics.
Listen, I'm going to accept it.
Wow. Favoritism.
What is a baby frog called? What is a baby frog called? Baby might not be the most adept word here. Let's say, you know,
about.
if you know what, if you know, you know what you know, a young frog, a frog in its early stages of life. Let's say
Pre-frog.
Yeah, in the first cycle of
yeah,
frog.
pre-frog. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. That is correct, a tadpole. I was a bit worried on that one, guys.
Yeah, my dumbass, the first thing that popped in my head when you said that was just frog.
Baby frog.
That
I'm
would
not
be
gonna
funny.
lie, Jackson. I kind of started going that way as well.
I thought I was thinking, man, is one of them gonna say froglet or something like that?
Froggy.
Okay.
Froggy.
Who was president before Trump? Who was president before Trump? 3, 2, 1, go.
One of those is
What
a bit misspelled.
I mean, you know, it looks, you know, I'm gonna assume he doesn't believe there's a president named Paboom. So, you know, fuck it, I'll take it, I guess.
Of course, there's not a president named Pubuma.
It looks Obama adjacent.
Yeah.
Obama adjacent.
That's how we say it where we're from.
You got
Let's do a related one.
Alrighty.
What's Obama's last name? What is Obama's last name? His family name? His surname, if you will? Obama's last name. 3, 2, 1, go. That is correct. It is, in fact, Obama. Obama. Just
look
like
at that. Kylo would have been out twice now.
Oh,
Mario,
not 3 times.
Obama. How many days make up 1 year? How many days make
Can
up
you answer
1
that twice?
year?
Like usually?
Yeah.
What about
Okay.
what about?
We're not counting leap years. In a
Okay.
typical year, how many days make up 1 year? 3, 2, 1, go. 365. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I wrote down 345.
It's definitely 365.
Well, you
You're
know.
How'd you have the
eliminated.
fucking wrong answer, Tanner?
Anyway,
You're the
moving on.
dumbass! It
You're
was you all
eliminated.
along!
That's why I'm the one giving the quiz.
Exactly.
What does WWW stand for? What does WWW stand for? It's an abbreviation. Some of you may be familiar with it. They stand for words. What are they? 3, 2, 1, go. That is correct. The World Wide Web. Or Wiggly Which Women.
White women. Wiggly white women.
Wiggly white woman.
Okay. The best kind of white women, frankly.
Right!
Do you know how many continents there are? Do you know how many continents there are? 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, fair enough. That he did answer
It
the
appears
question.
Nico has been eliminated.
No,
he
Tanner,
answered the
your
question.
question was,
You did
do you
not
know
have any.
how
You
many
said, "Do you know?"
continents there
Shut
are?
the fuck up, Nico. I'm kicking
He
you
answered
out for
the-
that
hey,
one.
What?
He answered the question.
That's
dude.
bullshit. I answered the
Hey,
question
you answered the
correctly.
question. You
There are
answered it
7
correctly.
continents. You asked, do you know how many there are?
No,
I
no,
said
no, I'm
yes.
not. No,
I knew how many there are.
no, 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 no,
That was
no,
your
no,
fucking
no, no,
question.
no, no,
You
no, no.
stupid piece of shit.
Order in the corner.
Fuck
Order.
you. Fuck you, Tanner. Fuck.
What the fuck did you just throw?
I don't know. He's
Hello?
tearing the living room up. Anyways.
My waveforms are crazy.
He'll get over it.
Let the record show that I answered the
my
question
goodness.
correctly.
He did.
Tanner should have asked it differently than he did.
Sure. Like I said, I just copied what other people said. Anyways. I am considering that an elimination. Fuck you, Nico.
This is bullshit.
You knew what he wanted. Don't be
True.
a smartass.
What country is the Panama Canal in? What country is the Panama Canal in? 3, 2, 1, go.
I think that's how you spell it.
That is correct. The Panama Canal is located in Panama. It is also located inside of a Van Halen song. What are the 4 directions on a compass? Alternatively, what are the 4 directions on a compass? We got 4 directions. You find them on compasses. What are they? I'll count down from 5 on this one. You got a lot of words to type. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. North, east, west, south, north, south, east, west. Never eat soggy waffles. All correct. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
We're so smart.
Neck
This
and neck.
one, I'm gonna expect you to be a bit quicker on this one. Name one country in Asia. Name one country in Asia. 5, 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, China, India, and Japan, all correct.
TJ and I both go for just a random one.
It is interesting how you both chose India.
I went for the main one.
Yeah, neither of you picked Russia. Very strange.
I would have eliminated them if they said Russia.
What? Why?
both.
Tanner,
It's
you're
both
going with some
European
weird
and shit.
semantics on this quiz, dude.
How
Sure.
it's not a semantic to say Russia is a European country. Anyway,
It's a
who
Eurasian
invented the
country.
light bulb? Who invented the light bulb? The man who invented the light bulb was invented by this man. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Oh, I spelled his name wrong.
Yeah,
Also, was it-
you know, it's a misspelling that's understandable enough. I will allow it. Not having the first name is a bit iffy, but also I can't think of any other famous Edisons.
What other
So-
popular
Only,
Edisons are related to electricity?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you only made the copyright, like you didn't actually make the first light bulb.
That's true.
He invented.
Like
he
I don't
patented
know.
Yeah, he
Whatever.
patented
He invented
it,
the
but,
light bulb.
You know.
Okay,
If you don't patent it, that's your fucking fault. Fuck you.
You mean that he
Bars.
stole the idea for the light bulb from a bright black man, Tanner?
I don't
Yeah.
know if that's true.
Well, we don't know
You can
if
Google
he was
it right
bright.
now.
We don't know if he was bright, yeah. I mean, we assume he was if he had a light bulb.
Yeah.
It
Anyway.
says Humphrey Davy invented the first electric light.
I got
Was
the
he
fucking
black,
Tyler,
Electric light. What does that mean, though?
I don't
We want to know
man.
who
It's
invented
on-
the light bulb.
Dude, it's on bulbs.com. What are they lying to us?
Yeah, I think so. They're rewriting
I don't believe
history.
anything those fuckers have to say. They have an agenda. Anyway, in what country were the Olympics invented? In what country were the Olympics invented? 3, 2, 1, go.
Fruit chipped? My bad.
Okay, it looks like we have a winner. Jackson has correctly answered that question by saying Greece.
Oh, Greece is good. All right, I said Egypt.
So congratulations, Jackson. It took us maybe 15 questions, and you are crowned the least stupid here.
I
Let's
told you it was
go.
gonna be.
I
I would
really
like to
quick.
say that I answered every single question correctly here.
Except for the one that you missed on purpose, which is the
I
biggest
didn't
fault
miss it on
of all.
purpose because I answered the question.
Jackson, as the winner, would you like to lightning round Nico until the end? Because frankly, this ended far sooner than I ever anticipated it would.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Nico, he's given you a lifeline even though you were being an asshole earlier.
What do you mean I was being an asshole?
Okay, I see this is going to be another phrasing
How
where
does
you
he
try
get
and
to
be...
skip the questions though?
Mm-hmm.
We start
What?
over and we all go back in.
No, we're not going to do that.
I was answering the questions the entire time, Tanichi, and I got them all right, if you look at it.
Oh,
right
you
there.
lost though. Who cares?
What is 3 times 3 times 3?
Oh, Nico asked me this like yesterday.
What is 3 times 3 times 3? 3, 2, 1, go. That is correct. It is 27. Good
My favorite
job,
number.
everyone. What's the biggest number you can think of? What is the biggest number you can think of?
Is infinity a number?
No.
Yeah, it's like,
Infinity is not a number, it's more of a concept. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. Well, Jackson's number is far larger, so he wins a bonus point on that one, Nico.
damn it. How will I ever
That's
catch up?
My number is
What
bigger.
does the O on the periodic table stand for? What does the O on the periodic table stand for? 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, oxygen is correct. Good job, both of you.
You know, according to Adventure Time, it's actually of an oxygen.
How many minutes are in a half hour? How many minutes are in half an hour? 3, 2, 1, go.
Are you giving
That's
them 3
correct,
seconds each?
30
It should
minutes.
you should just say it twice and then have to go. You're giving them
Okay.
too much time. It's a lightning.
Tell you
round,
what,
right?
you're right. It's lightning round now. We're gonna do it that way.
There we
Unless
go.
it's like a longer answer or whatever. Anyway, how
Pressure's
long is
on.
1 decade? How long is 1 decade? Go. 10 years is correct. How many seasons are there? How many seasons are there? Go. That's correct, it's 4. Good job, everyone. How many weeks are in a year? How many weeks are in a year? Go. And it looks like Jackson has yet again won by answering 52 weeks in the year. Nico narrowly missing that one with 42 weeks.
Math. You don't know math?
That's not math.
You don't know how to do 26 times 2?
No.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm gonna admit I did not expect Jackson to win this one. I was kind of anticipating Nico, but congratulations, Jackson.
You shouldn't have thrown them number questions in, dude.
Yeah.
They fucked me up real good.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You know number good. That's why you didn't do programming.
I don't know number, no sir.
That's just
fair
wrong.
enough.
He deleted the question, but he said 4 times 12 equals 36. That's
Yeah,
just not right.
that shit's wrong.
I don't know. Do we want to throw it into the next thing and we just happen to have a short episode this week? I had 80 questions written out for this, by the way.
How far did we get?
We did maybe a third of them.
That's crazy.
Probably not even that much.
We could just talk about something else.
I don't know. Nico, what do you think?
Yeah, we can just talk about some other shit now.
Okay.
For example, how did you guys feel about that quiz? It was a bit of a different style now, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
If I could watch every street interviewer die, I wouldn't feel that bad.
It's fair enough.
I watched quite a few of those fucking man on the street type of videos while I was at work the other day, just to prepare myself for the kind of caliber of questions they'd be asking here.
Mm-hmm.
That 3 times 3 times 3 one would have fucked me up if I didn't know the answer ahead of time.
Yeah, I gave him the answer last night. He was ready.
I had also like fucking watched the videos, Jackson.
I know.
That's funny.
I kept thinking it was 32 while I was watching them, to be honest.
Why?
How's that possible?
I don't know.
I'm
It just
curious how
seemed
you
right.
get there.
You should have
I
just
was
said
waiting
3
for you to ask what 6 times 7 though, Tanner. That one I had locked and loaded as well.
Yeah, what's 6 times 7?
42.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
also not the number of weeks, so...
What was the Pokemon question? Lay it on me.
There was no Pokemon
Damn
question.
it.
It was a bait and switch.
I won anyways. I didn't need it. I didn't need my handicap.
Yeah. Nico, you're probably the only one that might know this. Do you know what the win records on quizzes are for all of us?
No.
Okay.
I believe I'm the only person who's ever had a streak on them, though.
And your streak has been ended, so...
It has.
Let's
L
go.
plus ratio.
Unfortunate.
Pretty embarrassing quiz to lose as well.
Look, dude, I was up against Jackson. This guy's a savant. He said that he's the smartest man amongst us, so it only makes sense.
I definitely didn't say that. Nico's really
bragging
taking me
about
out of
that, okay.
context here.
Okay,
He's
you said you have the
misrepresenting
highest
my words.
IQ amongst us.
I also don't know that.
He duct taped his diploma right in the front of his car so that anyone could see it.
That's true. It's actually my bumper sticker.
There you go. Jackson, do you have any idea what your IQ is?
No.
Okay.
Look, I've only taken a single IQ test my entire life, and I think it was that one we did in, like, junior year of high school when we're all
I remember that
together in
one.
that
It
line in one
gave
class.
Garrison a higher number than me, so I chose to stop believing in IQ tests.
I mean, yeah, no, he got, like, some stupidly, like, high, like,
He got like
130
140
something.
or some shit.
It's
140,
really
yeah.
just pattern recognition more than actually knowing
Yeah.
stuff.
It's, like, flexible intelligence, whatever it is. Not the crystallized intelligence, it's the other one. But,
Sure.
yeah, I think I got, like, 120 something when we did that test, but that was just some random fucking online quiz, so it probably doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I personally have an IQ of 189.
Wow.
189, you're like a fucking actual savant.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
like Einstein level. Shut the
But what
fuck
you-
up.
Did
What'd
you
you get
know
for the
that the
autism
average? Do you know that the average high schooler nowadays has a higher IQ than Einstein does?
Yeah,
I don't
obviously.
think that's true.
No,
It's
'cause
true,
we have
dude. It's
we have
true.
access to all human knowledge in our pockets literally all the time. You can
Exactly.
Google how to make.
That's not
Yeah, we
what
don't use
IQ
it.
is, though.
Yeah, but you could Google how to make a house, and Einstein would be fucked if he had to build a house. I could go to
I
Home
think that's
Depot
true.
and make a house right now. No, I think it is true.
I'm gonna be honest. You put current me versus past Einstein with a phone in my pocket. Einstein doesn't stand a fucking chance.
On God,
Einstein
on
isn't
God.
from that long ago.
It doesn't
Still-
matter. He married his
still-
cousin because he doesn't got the
Still-
knowledge we do.
Do you think Einstein's gonna know what Watergate is, Tanner?
Facts?
Exactly.
I don't know when he died, so I can't say for sure.
I've seen more episodes of Criminal Minds than
How many of
Einstein.
you guys can say what Watergate was?
I don't know what that is.
I have no clue what he's even talking about.
Never heard of Watergate before.
Dude, listen, they didn't even teach me like World War II in high school, so I don't.
But you see, they can look it up if they want
I could
to.
Google it if I needed to, but why would I ever need to know that?
I just
I know that
like
it's
the
the
argument
thing
you're
that
laying
brought
out here
Nixon
is
down.
that having access to a certain piece of information is de facto equivalent to knowing that information,
to having that access in your brain,
which
yeah.
just isn't true.
Dude, I have access to it permanently in someone else's brain. All right, that's the only difference. It's an electronic brain instead of my own brain. I don't have to waste my brain with it.
Yeah, you could plug his brain in and out.
Exactly.
If Einstein had another brain, maybe he would have been smarter. Maybe he wouldn't have married his fucking cousin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe
What if
you
his
wouldn't
cousin
have
was real hot,
started up the
guys?
nuclear development.
Doesn't matter, still his cousin.
You're gonna say
Ongoing.
none of you guys have a hot ass cousin that you might marry if they, looked your way?
Tanner, you don't.
No.
Yeah, you're saying on podcast you'd marry your
Tanner,
cousin
what
if
do
she
you-
looked at you?
He said it before on podcast.
I
Okay?
have not said that.
No, there's.
Shut the
Okay.
fuck up.
Okay, it wasn't on the podcast. It was in one of our Let's Play episodes, though.
I don't think
so
that's
no.
true.
That is true. You had talked about at one
Bring
point.
it
how
Fucking
you-
prove it.
Let
Show me
find
the
it.
clip, you
Would you marry your
motherfucker.
cousin if she was hot and wanted you?
If let's say hypothetically, let's say I had a second cousin who was like a solid 9.5 or higher, I'd think about it.
I'd
to seek medical
disown you.
attention.
I would stop being part of your
I don't
family.
think there's anything wrong with staying in the family, to be honest.
What
you
if
know?
it's a non-blood cousin,
Going with what
It
you
doesn't
know.
matter.
like a cousin-in-law?
Yeah.
Dude, it doesn't matter. If they're family, they're
think-
family. That's it.
I think that's fair game.
I mean, aren't we all family somewhere down the line?
Yeah,
True,
maybe
true.
in
Yeah,
the
you're all
100
like brothers
BC.
to me.
What would you guys say is the line for you? How far back does it have to go
Family.
in order for you to be okay with fucking your cousin? Like, how far removed do they have to be?
I wouldn't
Completely.
be okay with it.
Twice
Yeah,
removed?
completely.
I feel like there might still be some people who are a little confused on what side of the aisle they're supposed to be on at your wedding at that point, Jackson.
Dude, I don't fucking care. That's their problem, not mine.
I'm getting me some of that premium cousin snatch. I don't care at that point.
That's what I'm saying, dude. If they're hot, why not?
Premium Cousin Snatch is a great.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's a great band name for like a fucking. Maybe like we try making a pop or not pop, but
Midwest
a punk
emo.
country band.
Nah, Midwest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Emo.
or
possible.
Midwest emo. There you go.
I was thinking doo-wop personally, but you do you, dude.
You're terrible at coming up with appropriate genres for these band names.
It's because
That
I just
doesn't
pick a
matter.
random one, Tanner.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
pick one.
a
More like
doo-wop
Doom-wop.
band would be funny as fuck though with that name.
Right?
Premium Cousin
Right?
Yeah.
Are you actually fuck?
Premium Cousins not doo-wop.
Read them and weep, Tanner.
I'll have to listen back to this one to really.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
only, that's
no,
only
for
the
sure.
17th. That's pretty early on, actually.
Yikers.
Episode 17 of our Spider-Man Miles Morales playthrough. Wasn't I deeply sleep deprived during that playthrough one, though? I want to call an audible.
That was
You said
only the
what you
first
said.
4 episodes,
Said,
Tanner.
That means it's just even deeper in the recesses of your mind, which is more concerning.
I think most of our cousins are fairly marryable.
I'm a child, so
Tanner's thought about this.
I'm thinking about it now.
I mean, what cousins do we even have?
We've got. Should I say their names?
Yeah, say all their names.
Yeah, sure. Also, yeah, we got like Allie.
And what are they gonna do?
Allie.
Marry us?
We got Allie, Steven,
Too old.
John, Philip.
Those are all guys. I mean, if I was gay, yeah, Philip's pretty cool, right? If I was gay, actually, I'll be honest. The only thing I know about Philip is he was a boxer. So
He's not a boxer.
was that not him?
He does mixed martial arts. He does more
Oh,
than just
okay.
the boxing.
Well, hey,
And
that's
Steven,
still pretty
yeah,
cool.
Steven's cool. If I was gay, I'd marry them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you also threw around some racial epithets and shit during that playthrough.
I don't think
Yikers.
that's probably true, to be honest. But
You called Chris Rock
what did I call him?
a not so kind thing,
What
something-
did I? What are you claiming
What
I
he
said?
Yikes! I don't really think I can. I'm not so sure I'm allowed to just go around and say that. It resembles like an animal, though. Like a shortening of an animal's name.
At what point is this defamation of my character?
It's true, though. It happened.
When can I bring the law into this?
It's not defamation if it's true, Tanner.
One of those masked bandit animals that live in trash. Let's talk about one of those.
You see, Tyler gets it.
I get it, dude.
Is that the term I used?
Yeah.
Apparently.
I'm pretty sure that one's okay.
It starts with the sun god for Egypt.
I don't think that one means anything if it comes from a white person.
No, it definitely means something.
Now that reminds me of when my sister, where I posted a picture of Shimi when I first got her my cat, and my sister was like, "You should name it Coon." And I'm like, "What are you saying?" That is like straight up just like a racist term for black people, and she really did not believe me.
Tanichi, as the resident black person here, have you ever been called a coon or an Uncle Tom?
You just did.
What was...
Yeah, that was directed towards him.
I'm curious, what was the context of these? Like, why'd you get called these terms?
Racist white people aren't very creative, so there's...
It was white people calling you those ones?
Of course.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
I've been called the N-word by some guy who just passed by me in a truck, and I mean, he drove off. That's it. So that was cool,
funny.
I guess.
I've also gotten called the N-word, but that was by like some dude back in high school. He had like one of those red backwards hats, and he was like popping some Pez's.
Pez? Or
what does that mean?
Like a Pez dispenser. He just it was like one of those Woody, Woody from Toy Story. It was him. He just like flicked it up and popped one and called me the N-word.
That guy sounds pretty cool, actually.
Now, what's he doing nowadays?
Let's have him on the
guy
podcast.
up to? Sounds like an entrepreneur, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'll have to see. I think I friended him on Instagram, actually. I have to see if he's down.
The only slur I've ever been referred to as is fucking faggot. So
that's true. You kind of asked for it. You kind of asked for it though, Tanner. You're running around with pink hair.
Yeah, I was running around with my fucking dyed pink hair and my shirt off, and then some kids in a truck called me a faggot. And I wasn't even one yet, so what the fuck?
Right? Those kids also like shot a blow dart at one of the runners as well.
What? A blow dart?
Yeah, I remember that.
Like it was pointed in everything?
It got
stuck in his back.
Oh my god.
That's a
crime.
Where did they get a blow dart?
They probably made it.
Potentially.
Amazon.
It's kind of just a tube and a dart. I don't think it's too difficult to just make,
He went to Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, but like, if you were to say to me right now, "Hey Tanner, can you go get me a blowgun and a blow dart?" I would be like, I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna find that.
Okay, so you're calling us stupid? You couldn't even find a blowgun and a blow dart?
Fine, where would you go? You have to go get me a blow
Amazon.com.
dart in the next 30 minutes.
I could give you one. I could order one off Amazon. I guarantee it.
Amazon didn't exist back then.
Yes, it did.
That is not. Tanner, do you want it for adults or for hunting?
For adults.
What do you mean by for adults?
That's the type they have. They have blowgun for adults or blowgun hunting.
What does that mean though?
One's for adults, one's for hunting. What do you mean?
Yeah, what kind of game are you hunting down, Tanner?
I don't see why the adults one would what's different about them that makes it so that you can't use the adult one for hunting?
Tanner, do you want the Cold Steel 1108098 Tim Wells Signature Series Stockmaster blowgun for $62.99?
Are there actually people out here hunting with blowguns?
Apparently,
sure.
Probably, yeah. They're poisoning them. The ears.
You probably hunt like rabbits or something with it.
Yeah, birds.
Just small mammals.
Tanner, at a certain point you get bored of like blasting rabbits with shotguns, dude. You want to try something a little more extreme.
Yeah, something a little more challenging.
Put some blow darts in your car, and if you ever see a baby, try to drive by it.
Jesus.
And for the soft spot.
Yeah.
It's a baby. It's all soft spot.
I guess.
Speaking of soft spots, guys.
Go ahead.
Yeah?
Cinema has a real soft spot in my heart, and nothing does cinema better than Guapish at the movies.
And there you go.
That one's topical, Tanner. Thank you.
Nico, what did we watch this week?
What did we watch this week? We watched some fucking dog shit this week, I gotta tell you. Like, we did not watch great movies. I don't think any of them are landing in S tier, you know, but...
No, not in S tier.
Yeah, say la vie. That's just kind of how it is every now and then. But
and that's
first
okay.
up here... I guess so. If you don't like watching good films... So
if we put all the good films up front, we're gonna like hit a point in this series where we're only watching bad films, though.
I guess that's true. We gotta get through the mediocrity at some point. So first up here, we watched the Patreon film, which was in fact Mad Max, not Fury Road, but the bad one, the bad road one, the Road Warrior.
Not true. This is not the bad one.
Oh shit.
The bad one is the first one.
Of the road-themed Mad Max films, it's the bad one.
What do you mean?
Of the two road-themed ones, Road Warrior and Fury Road.
So you mean out of the two that have the word road in the title?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then sure. If that's the criteria we're gonna use.
That's a hell of a criteria,
I guess
frankly.
technically you're correct.
Yeah, Tanner, do you have to tell us a little bit about Road Warrior here?
So Road Warrior opens up with a really, really, really long narration sequence that's very boring and is terrible. I hate it. And then we're introduced to Max. He's riding around. He gets attacked. He finds a weird guy with a helicopter. He sees Gastown. Gastown has gas. Gas is good. There's raiders attacking Gastown. He helps the town. He fights the raiders. They drive the truck. They get away, and the end.
Fantastic, Tanner, fantastic. You're getting way better at these little summaries, dude. You're getting way better.
I'm already the best at it.
Well, I don't know about that. Tanichi, what did you think of this film?
Dude, I had seen the first Mad Max movie.
You had?
Yeah.
That's
And
shocking.
I figure the Fury Road, the 2015 one.
Oh, so you saw the fourth one.
Or yeah, the fourth one. Yeah. And I know that one is about what it means to be a woman, you know? It's a whole bunch of symbolism about birth and being able to birth, right? I think it gets lost in the symbolism with religion and water, but you know, when
what
you're
does
being
that have
symbolic,
to do with this one?
I heard that the symbolism keeps going, no?
Yeah, it keeps going.
It truly does keep going.
You see, the oil this time and the gas, that's what women are.
Uh-huh.
And the child, Tanner, the caveman child from the film?
Yes, feral child as he's credited.
Yes, sir. Jackson hated him. He wanted to fucking punt that kid the moment he came on screen.
What? You didn't like his little boomerang?
I definitely didn't have a visceral reaction to this child. I think it was mostly Dylan that had a problem with the caveman child. He was constantly talking about him. I don't know. I was pretty indifferent to him overall.
Yeah, he was like, "What's the deal with this kid? Why is he like that? Where'd he get them little buffalo horns from? He has a glove.
So different than everyone.
He has a glove. What the fuck? How did he make that? He didn't like it at all, man.
He's projecting.
He wants to be the caveman
What is that?
kid.
What is he
He's
projecting?
not as cool as the caveman kid.
He says, I wish I was that caveman kid.
But overall, guys, I really don't have much to say about this film.
It's pretty fucking boring.
It was really
Yeah.
fucking boring.
It takes way too long to get to the action bits. And even the action bits have a lot of pacing issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that final fight was so fucking slow. There's a bunch of people we don't care about at all dying. They're like showing this emotional distraught for these people dying that we just don't give a shit about at all.
And a lot of times a lot of times you can't really even tell like whether or not they actually died, you know? Like Helicopter Guy, why did he not die? He obviously should have died in that big old fiery wreckage. But
I was so sad when he literally got shot out the fucking sky and it landed and it wasn't like a big explosion. It was just like he plopped and then it cut to the next scene. I was like, no way. This is the movie that you have like a big set piece when the fucking helicopter gets shot down and it explodes and then they just don't do anything. I was so sad.
It's because he actually survived and his helicopter was totally fine.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
Well, it couldn't fly anymore.
It was still fine, though. It operated. It was able to wheel around or some shit.
I guess. It didn't operate as a helicopter, but yes.
It could be fixed.
Sure.
It was only a fender bender.
Yeah.
Why is there only this one helicopter? It seems like the most, like... ideal way of travel in this world.
It's probably one of the few people who knows how to, drive and construct one.
What's there to know, man? You just pedal it. That's all it takes.
There was no pedaling involved.
It was some basic flying machine that you pedal. It was something that Leonardo da Vinci could make. And as we discussed earlier, Leonardo da Vinci is stupid because he's from the past, and we have all the knowledge now, so we could easily make one of those.
Of course.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. You know, the average teenager has a higher IQ than Leonardo da Vinci does.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I thought some of the stunts were good. I thought a lot of the crashes and explosions look really cool because it is all practical.
Yeah.
Little behind the scenes fun fact, when that gay dude with the red mohawk, he crashes and his legs hit the bottom of the car and he does a flip. That was an accident. He wasn't supposed to hit that, and the stuntman broke his legs doing that.
Oh.
Damn.
And then they left it in the movie.
Yeah, they better have if he broke his fucking legs doing it.
Yeah. I don't know if they get money for that because they probably signed a thing saying, hey, you can get seriously hurt doing this.
Yeah,
I think if you break both your legs, because you can't work
hopefully
for a while.
they took care
As
of
a
him,
stuntman, you can't work with 2 broken legs until they're
yeah,
healed.
Not really. It's a bit difficult. The big thing for me with this movie is that the execution doesn't live up to the idea. I think the world they have is really cool, with how everyone's crazy and whatever, and, all the raiders and, everything is, car combat and people are fighting over resources. I think it's a very cool idea, but...
We see, none of the world here, man.
Well, the world all looks the same, frankly.
It's a big
I want to
desert.
see more desert.
Okay. But yeah, I don't think they execute on their idea well enough, specifically with the pacing.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that, I would say. Now, Kyler, did you watch all these films with Tanner this week?
Tanner wasn't here, so no.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Did you see any of them?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know what they are, so...
You could have looked it up, but whatever.
This is all news to him.
I'm lazy.
Fair enough. Anyway, I'm ready to rank.
I'm also ready to rank them, dude.
I'm also ready to rank.
What?
What Dylan give?
Yeah, what did Dylan give it?
Yeah, the biggest question here, what did Dylan give it? Because he also watched all these movies, but he's not currently here, so you can obviously tell. Dylan gave Mad Max a C-.
Ah.
Yeah.
When are you going to play what he had to say about it?
I don't know, at some point.
Okay, it'll just be inserted.
Yeah, this was an interesting movie. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great either. It was very slow-paced. Not a lot of narrative, not a lot of expository. The action scenes were just okay. The acting was good on the count of most of the people in this movie. But other than that, it was just kind of like a silent film. There just wasn't a ton of talking, and not necessarily that's always a bad thing, but in a movie where you'd expect action, it is kind of a letdown. And then one thing that was truly atrocious about the movie, and I think me, Nico, and Jackson all had the same complaints, was at the end where they were having the big old truck scene where they're trying to get the tanker full of gas, and it takes at least half an hour or something to get that scene over with, and just it all ends up being nothing in the end. But yeah, I mean, this movie didn't do anything exceptionally well. So I just thought it was just a slightly below average movie. So I'm going to be putting it at a C-.
Where?
Exactly.
Funnily enough, I also gave it a C-.
That's crazy. Jackson, what'd you give it?
D.
D? D? I also gave it a D. So what's that put us at?
Well, hold on. What about... Wait, did Tanichi watch the movie?
Tanichi didn't watch it. He only watched the Digimon movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that puts us at a D+.
Okay.
D+. Sounds good to me.
Better one than none, frankly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyway, so we're going to Tanner's pick.
Yeah, next up on the docket here,
we have
Tanner's
Mel
pick,
Gibson's The Patriot.
Yes, sir. Now, Jackson, do you think you could tell us a little bit about the Civil War here? Not the Civil War, the Revolutionary War real quick?
I don't know anything about the Revolutionary War. I don't think I can.
This movie told you everything you need to know about it. It's all based on 100% factual events.
We got fucking Revolutionary War Rambo out on the scene, fucking shit up. He didn't want war, but they made him want war because they killed his child, and then later on killed his other child.
And his other child.
And his other child.
I think they killed like 5 of his kids in this movie, if I'm being honest.
They really did not let this guy have any family at all. But yeah, basically there's just some fucking dude that is against the war and he wants to like plead with Britain. They are all very like opposed to this. Then there's like a fight outside their house. And this like starts a conflict because the British people shoot one of his sons under the presumption of him being a spy. And then they burn his house and that like fuels his rage for wanting to actually go against the British and like, secede. And then they do that. They go and they plan and they fight the British and all that shit. And then it ends with them winning a battle and the British giving up. And then we see the guy with his new wife and his kids all happy ever after in the end.
Yeah.
First question I have for you, Tanner.
Okay.
Did this movie make you cry at all?
I don't think it ever made me cry.
Okay.
I am a very patriotic individual, so it definitely was getting me in my... It definitely had the elements there that would have made me cry, and I'll explain why I didn't cry in the post-quap.
Okay. I definitely felt like you would have cried, like especially when they were like grabbing the flag and it inspires all the men to keep fighting, just that thirst for American freedom.
That definitely is in my MO. Obviously I think the big selling point of this movie is the main character, Mel Gibson. I really like this character, man. His whole thing of being, the single father, he's got, all these kids he wants to protect, and he knows how fucked up war can be, and so he's trying to stay out of it, and he still gets dragged in, and then he just says, fuck it, I'm gonna do everything I have to, even if it goes against sort of the prevailing beliefs on how war should be conducted.
Are you sure that Heath Ledger wasn't the main selling point of this film?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Huh.
It's called Mel Gibson's The Patriot. Mel Gibson was a much more famous actor than Heath Ledger.
And yet Heath Ledger ended up playing the Joker. How strange.
To be honest, I don't think Mel Gibson would have done well as the Joker.
I'd love to see an attempt at least.
Same.
Now, Tinder, you hinted at the warfare here real quick. So, as a history buff, could you please reveal to the class here why they had that stupid fucking bullshit back in those days with lining up and just shooting each other?
I think it was just a thing about chivalry and honor, and it's it's the gentlemanly way to conduct warfare or some shit.
Or because their guns sucked and weren't accurate.
That too.
They didn't figure out foxholes yet.
Yeah.
It also really just baffles me looking at it, I don't understand why anyone would agree to fight that way.
I will say, I don't know how common that actually was, that they were just fighting like that. Because, I know, for example, in a decade or two, not a decade, a century or two before this, we had, for example, Sweden's 30-Year War, where they were doing, straight-up trench warfare. They weren't, lining up in fields or any of that shit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how accurate the idea of lining up in fields even is, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe it's just something Britain was trying to, they're trying to set a trend to be hey, we really want this cool thing to catch on. Don't worry that this will very obviously only favor people who have a massive military like we do. We just think it's neat, okay?
Yeah.
Speaking of the British, I'm a big fan they paint them in such a horrible light, this movie. Dear God, they really made them look like trash.
They are cartoonishly evil in this film.
I'm a big fan of that. Exactly.
Factual. Another thing with the warfare, I thought that the gun battles looked really cool. I thought it was well done, very action-packed and whatever. A lot of the melee choreography I thought was off enough most of the time that it wasn't very engaging. They're very obviously not hitting them. They're not really selling their strikes very well. No. There's not enough blood. Him going after them with a tomahawk would have been so much better if they were shooting blood out of their necks and shit.
Which is a funny complaint too, because there was many moments in this, the movie where people's legs getting blown out, their heads are getting fucking crushed to smithereens.
Yeah.
Or when mostly with those things, they basically just like cropped it out. They're like, all right, his leg's gone, so let's just like take out this and like just remove it instantly. You don't really see the gore of it, but yeah, there's a lot of scenes like that.
Yeah, most of the time when you see those, Jackson, they're whenever they like fire a cannonball, and those scenes are always really fucking goofy, because just like this cannonball very slowly moving into these people, and then it just does this massive damage to them.
Yeah, that was hilarious when they bounced off the ground, just took off a guy's leg, even if it's not really going that bad. They like definitely break his leg for sure, but blow the fucking thing off, not a chance.
Were they playing it in slow motion, or could they just not make it look very fast?
No, it definitely looked like it was in real time.
Yeah, it kind of just looked like it was like a bowling ball moving across the screen.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Skipping it off the ground is like an actual thing they would do, though.
Oh, yeah, get a strike on him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
It's because they don't suspect it, you know? They think it's going to come high, but then it comes low.
I did think it was pretty funny that the movie ended with the main antagonist British guy giving like a fucking anime villain monologue instead of just killing the guy, and then of course our main character Mel Gibson using that chance to fucking stab him in the back, like evade his sword and fucking stab him. Some fucking anime-ass moment, which is really goofy.
Yeah, for sure.
Why was that guy even fucking winning in that fight, though, by the way? Like, Mel Gibson's been shown to be, like, this super crazy good hand-to-hand combat man, and yet he loses to this guy who's probably just, like, been sipping on his silver spoon all his life.
Impossible to say.
Okay.
He was so tuckered out from all the fighting he's been doing, where that guy has just been sitting on a horse.
He had also, like, just been shot.
True, he did shoot the guy in the arm, and the guy continued to use that arm that was just shot to pick things up in, like, with quite a bit of dexterity.
Listen, his grip strength was greatly diminished.
True. True. This movie had a lot of other, like, just random goofy moments. Like, the first intro scene where he's, like, going Rambo on that, like, battalion of British people to get his son that's tied up. That shit was pretty goofy. Like, the two untrained kids, I mean, maybe they've been, like, doing target practice or something. But, like, you're telling me these two fucking children are just hitting zingers on all of these people, dodging, bobbing, and weaving out of gunfire from these fucking British people, and they take out an entire battalion with 3 people? Not a goddamn chance.
That shit looked cool as fuck, though. When he goes, he goes, demon mode at the end.
Yeah. I will agree it was cool, but it's also really goofy.
Dude, they were aiming small, and you know what, Jackson? You know what?
They hit big?
Well, they missed small, but yeah, I guess so.
Sure.
Something.
Yeah, or like when they're in the fucking house scene and like the guy looks under the table to try to find the guy that was hiding under the table, and he doesn't see him, but he's just like off to the right of the underside of the table, where it's still very clearly visible because the curtain's not that short, and they play it off like he's like a fucking master escapist. It was so fucking goofy. Lots of moments like that in the movie, and it was just really slow paced too. Like it was a lot of talking and exposition shit going on in between all the action scenes. And for a 3-hour movie, it's really hard to keep your focus on something like that.
Yeah, this movie is 3 hours long, and boy, howdy does it feel 3 hours long.
We watched the extended cut, by the way. I didn't realize we watched the extended cut until afterwards, but yeah.
I do think, like, the slower burn pace makes more sense for this movie, because it's not, like, strictly an action movie. It is, like, a historical this, that, and the other thing.
Correct.
Now, Tanner, hypothetical here for you. How do you think you'd feel if you go over to, your hot mama's house, okay? You go over to her place, and she still lives with her parents, all right? She's still living with her parents. And you're supposed to, like, spend the night over there, and then her parents are like, all right, you can spend the night, but we're gonna have to sew you to the bed for while you sleep. Do you think you'd go for it?
How hot are we saying this mama is?
She's hot enough, dude. She's hot enough.
Well, I mean, based on that specific answer, then I guess yes.
Okay.
I don't think there is people that are hot enough.
I wouldn't want to get sewed on it.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just like, I'll see you tomorrow then?
I'm gonna go get a hotel.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Why would you come back to a woman that just,
yeah, their parents want to sew you to a
fucking bed? Yeah, so
think of what the sex will be like once you get her out of there, though.
Yeah.
You're the one sewed to the bed.
Yeah.
She's
fine. Out of there as in, like, out of the house, idiots.
Oh, gotcha.
Nah, you can't
Anyways,
trust a woman.
time?
Almost ranking time. I will say what was it? I liked the ambush montage. I like the ambush montage in this one more than I liked it in Tombstone. I don't know if you guys would agree with that.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hard to say.
I have a note here where I just say, "Damn, that was cold as fuck of him." Do any of you guys know what I might be referring to there?
Yeah, when they burned the church down with all the townspeople inside of it.
Maybe.
That was pretty cold.
That was pretty cold.
That was fucked up. The British are pieces of shit, man.
Yeah, fuck the British. I'm glad Mel Gibson killed them all.
Oh, yeah. S tier.
Okay, I'm ready to rank.
Fantastic, Tanner. You go ahead and cap her off then.
I'm giving it an A+.
A+, that's lower than Dylan gave it. Dylan gave an S-.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. I'm giving it a B+ myself. There was a lot of drawbacks for this movie, but I think the cinematography was pretty well done. The acting was good overall. So I can't really knock it too much.
I'm floating between a B+ or an A- right now myself. Let's flip a coin to the side here.
Dude, just you see my ranking, right? And you know you like my ranking. So just pick my ranking. Let's do that. Let's do some doubles where we have another week where we just pick the same rankings.
That would be pretty silly. And it's looking like we're going for it. It's gonna be a B+.
All right, well, we continue this trend.
The coin decided.
Let's go.
All right,
where's that put
us? A. Solid A. That's pretty respectable.
Okay.
I think it makes sense.
I can live with that.
All right, moving on to Nico's pick of the week, we got Digimon the movie.
Yes, sir, the film we've all been waiting for, guys. We finally get to talk about it. Digimon the movie. The Digimon movie, guys. The Digimon movie. Are you guys pumped to talk about the Digimon movie?
I can't wait to talk about the Digimon movie. But what happened in this movie, Nico?
Alrighty, so I'm gonna start things off here with a little anecdote, okay? Because there's a lot going on in this film, and
there sure is.
The very beginning bit, I really want to dive into here real quick for you guys. So here's a personal little anecdote of mine. So at the time, I didn't know that my parents' relationship was rocky. I begged to go see the Digimon movie. My parents agreed, but I didn't realize it's for them to spend some time together as well. We get to the theater, all excited to watch the Digimon flick. We can even afford some popcorn and drinks. My parents looked happily. And then the Angela Anaconda short comes on, boys. The Angela Anaconda short. My
what
parents
is that?
Don't... The Angela Anaconda short at the very beginning of the film, Tanner.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
He did fucking watch the whole thing, Jackson! This motherfucker! Okay, so...
I clicked on the fucking link you sent me, and I watched it.
So my parents don't speak English very well. My little boy mind can't comprehend what the fuck is going on. My parents are utterly confused by this Canadian fuck running around in a Digimon suit. I start crying and they pull me out of the theater. My mom and dad start blaming each other for what's going on with the film. My dad throws away the popcorn that my mom wanted. Lots of arguing and I'm still crying the whole time. We get out to the parking lot and drive off in a rush. We get into an accident in the parking lot and my dad moves out a month later. That fucking bitch whore Angela Anaconda ruined my life, guys. So that's how the film starts, okay? That's how the film starts here.
What is this?
You missed a fucking fever dream, Tanner. You missed a fucking fever dream.
It's a Twitter copy pasta.
Fucking Angela Anaconda, Tanner. How'd you miss out on that?
What do you mean?
Did you see that part?
Can you send a picture of Angela Anaconda in the general chat?
Tinichi, how did the movie start for you? Nico and I can't be the only ones that witnessed this.
Listen, I literally clicked on the fucking link that you sent in the general chat.
The link he sent doesn't have it for some reason.
Okay, then why are you getting mad at me? You shared the link.
Dude, fucking Angela Anaconda's piece of shit. I hate her.
The issue is he's referencing something off Twitter.
It wasn't from Twitter, it was from 4chan, Tinichi, piece of shit. So, after that beginning bit... we get into the Digimon movie proper, okay? Now, what happens in the Digimon movie is we open with the past, okay? The past where Tai and his little sister Kairi get their very first Digimon, okay? It's an Agumon who is not Tai's Agumon, it's just a different Agumon who I guess disappears eventually. So, this Agumon... What? This Agumon ends up fighting a big bird, alright? A big old fucking bird, and it's pretty sweet, pretty cool animation. The bird dies, and then, the Agumon fucks off, apparently, I guess. 4 years later, Ty and Izzy, the other Digidestined boy, are hanging out. They find out there's a big old virus egg on the internet, and it's fucking shit up, okay? It's taking control of the internet at this point, and they have to stop it. Izzy's Digimon's a punk-ass bitch, and it's not able to make it, so they call on their other friends, who, they're all just busy, I guess. But a couple of their other friends are able to make it, so they all team up, they fight this fucking virus. Things are looking pretty dicey, so Ty and the other dude need to go into the internet itself for some reason. It's not explained why. They themselves say that they have no idea why it happened, but they go into the internet, their Digimon fuse into Omnimon, and it's fucking sweet, guys. Omnimon fucks their shit up, he destroys that Digimon with a second to spare, and all the while, the entire time, they keep talking about how, like, hey, there's this guy Willis out there, by the way. Do you guys know about Willis? We gotta make sure you know about Willis, because he's gonna be real important later. Willis!
And then they all don't know Willis.
So after this... 4 years later, in modern day, apparently, or something, we don't know how long of a time skip it is, it just says modern day. People are in America now, okay? The Digidestins, it's an entirely new group of people. They're all in America now. And they meet Willis. He's finally here, guys. Willis, the fan favorite character. Willis has showed up on the screen. And his Digimon is like, you know, it got infected by a virus, apparently. And it's a bad dude now. It's a bad dude who is trying to murder Willis and all of his little friends. So they go back to kill Willis's little pet bunny. And they succeed. And now it's a good guy. And they play All-Star by Smash Mouth. The end.
They sure do.
Holy shit.
So this movie's fucking crazy, guys.
Yeah, so, like, you know, I've seen bits and pieces of the show, but not enough for any of this to make any fucking sense.
I'm with you, Tanner. I was very confused throughout the entire experience, and I was constantly asking them questions, you know, they couldn't give me straight answers.
Right. Do you guys like ska music?
Dude, I fucking love ska. Are you kidding me?
Then this is the fucking movie for you. They're playing songs by Goldfinger every 5 fucking seconds in this movie.
Dude, they got all the hits. They got Goldfinger, they got the Mighty Mighty Bossatones. They probably have some other sweet bands in there somewhere. Of course, they had to cap it off with All-Star Tanner. They had to do it.
I thought there was a thing that happens after the Cocomon thing.
No, that's it. What happened for you, Tanner? They cut out Angela Anaconda, but they added something else. What happened, man?
I can't remember is the problem.
Awesome, okay. So it doesn't matter. Anyway, this movie...
I really feel like there was something after the Cocomon bit. Cause, like, isn't this movie like 4 little vignettes just kind of stitched together into a quote-unquote movie?
Okay, so here's what happened, Tanner. Here's what happened. So, Digimon's this big thing. It's pretty popular, you know. Not the most popular thing in the world, but it's pretty popular. And so, Fox Kids, they see that the Pokemon movie does super well at the box offices. It fucking blows shit out of the water. It's crazy. People are at Pokemon fever right now. And Fox is like, hey, we gotta get this Digimon movie thing. We gotta get a movie for this. There's a movie for it, right? And Japan tells them, no. And so Fox says, well, we'll just make one. Why don't we? So what they do is they take 2 short films that are Digimon focused. They fucking try and stitch them together. Then they're like, hang on, this isn't quite long enough. Oh, hang on, there are these 2 Digimon OVAs. We'll grab those and also throw them in here. How about that? There we go, that's a feature-length movie. It's a little long in the end. These OVAs aren't, like, as important, so we're just gonna, like, strip half an hour from that, which is why the pace is really fucking bad in that last section. And they just stitch them together by, like, having Kyrie narrate over it. And they're like, oh, hang on. These aren't comprehensive at all, so let's have them constantly talk about Willis. Willis is really important, he's in the OVA. Guys, let's keep talking about Willis. And so they're like, okay, sweet, we got this now. Hang on, there's a show called Angela Anaconda. It seems like kind of popular, I guess. Let's put this at the beginning of the film as well, and that's how we get the Digimon movie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the evil acts of the demons in the underworld schemed and plotted together to make a bad movie is what you're saying.
It's not a bad movie though, Kyler, that's the thing. This movie's fucking kick-ass.
The movie sounds a bit too similar to that one movie, that one anime one where the girls shoot viruses in our AIs. It sounds a bit too much like that.
No. That movie sucks, Kyler. This movie's really good, though. Okay.
Listen, this movie suffers. This one suffers from the same problem as the first Evangelion one we watched, where it's not a movie.
What do you mean, Tanner? It's very obviously a movie.
I feel like this one is a much more closed and cut story than the Evangelion movie. I'm gonna be honest. I like the Evangelion movie, obviously, because like we get the story arc of like the virus or whatever, and then the virus had like an adjacent effect to Kokomon or whatever. In which case, that's like the ending like villain of it, and then it ends with them defeating that and like resolving the plot.
Yeah.
It was still very
Nico,
disjointed.
Yeah, Nico literally just explained how these aren't cohesive plots.
But they made it to be.
Yeah, they made it into one, Tanner. They made it into one.
They removed the parts that weren't cohesive.
What's up with this new group of Digidestin when I didn't even really know the first group?
Well, you see, Tanner, they're from the second Digimon series, okay? Like, the middle bit, the good part of the film, that takes place after the first season, after the first series, and then, like, after that, they're like, okay, we're starting a new Digimon series, and that's where the OST is happening, okay? Not OST, the OVA. That's the third part of this thing. It's all about those guys now, okay? Those characters who we do not meet whatsoever. We only know Davis, kind of Kyrie, and we meet Willis. The rest of the characters don't matter, though, okay? We don't care about those guys.
Why is Davis just Ty?
Because he's the new protagonist.
When I saw him, I literally thought it was just Ty when I saw him. I was like, are they fucking with me? Is this just Ty, but like he'd had like a tan or something?
Yeah. That's why. They're the two protagonists. They need to make them similar to each other.
Yeah,
no,
so... Conversely to our last two films, this film has a problem of being too fast-paced, and I literally don't know who anyone is or what their relationships to each other are. I don't know how the Digimon work. I don't know how the digital world works. I don't know why anything is happening. I don't know what the motivation behind any of the characters or villains are, and I'm just very confused the entire time, but some of the fights look kind of cool, I guess.
The animation in this movie is really good.
Yeah, the animation is surprisingly solid for what it was. I thought it was gonna look like fucking ass, but it was surprisingly competent.
Also, what the fuck? Why was Agumon saying, like, pepper flame? It's supposed to be pepper breath.
Pepper flame? That's his attack, dude.
That's what he breath.
Does. It's just what he does.
I swear to God that the thing he yells in the show is pepper breath, not pepper flame.
I'm gonna be honest, Tanner. I think I only watched like maybe 2 episodes of the show, so I couldn't tell you.
All right, Tinichi apparently also watched this movie. What was your favorite scene of this whole entire film?
Dude,
Tinichi?
I liked when they hacked into the Digimon sphere, and then they had to fucking go destroy him. They had to freeze him and they had to freeze the I like some of the fights. I like the middle fight. I don't like the ending fight. I think I told you this, Lava Skin.
What was the middle fight about?
When they made copies, when the guy had to make his like DNA digivolved is I think what it's called in the movie, Digivolve. He digivolved into a different Digimon.
Nico, you mentioned they added some references to Willis in that part to make it kind of not really connect to the next part.
Yeah.
Did he actually try to nuke Colorado, or is that just one of the lines they added?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Basically, every single mention of Willis is just, like, added into this. He has no part in any of this in the original. Like, when you see flashbacks during, like, the second portion where it's like, oh, look, this is what Willis is doing right now, guys. Willis is doing this shit right now. That's not in the original whatsoever. A lot of the dialogue in this as well is just not in the original. Like, a bunch of the random jokes they're making, all this random shit. Like, Ty's mom being a bad cook, that's not in the original. But I think it's all very silly. I think it was all very worthy inclusions. I'm happy that they did it.
Yeah, I quite like the inclusion of trying to nuke Colorado. That's if I remember correctly, he hacked computers.
He hacked like fucking the U.S. military. Jesus Christ.
He hacked the Pentagon. That's what he hacked. He hacked the Pentagon and tried to fucking launch nuclear missiles.
Yeah, why was he doing that?
Because he wanted to murder Willis.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, in the original clip, why was he... Did he even do that?
Had viruses in it.
Yeah, so in the original, he was just, like, setting off a bunch of nuclear bombs to kill people.
Oh.
Yeah, because he wants to murder humans.
Okay. That's very
now, Jackson,
typical.
you were going to say something before, and then we rudely cut you off. What was that about?
I was just going to talk about the dialogue in this movie in general. It was like absolutely the thing that carried this movie. Everything, I'm with Tanner, nothing made any fucking sense at any point. I didn't care about anything, but the dialogue was funny, and that was basically the only thing I care about throughout this entire movie. Like, they're very witty, and it's like randomly just constantly laying off just super witty dialogue out of nowhere. Which, really kept my focus. If we didn't have that shit, it would have been a really fucking boring and bad movie. Abhorrently hard to watch movie, but thank God. I still think my favorite scene is when the kid's crying over Willis talking about his sad backstory against the tree, and he's like, I'm supposed to be sad, not you. Get over it. And he's like, okay, I'm over it, and it's immediately stops crying and just turns around and continues. The movie is pretty funny with that. I'll give it that.
Well, you see, Jackson, that's part of the whole, they cut 30 minutes out of the OVA thing that I mentioned. So, in the original, it's not quite that fast. He still really comes back from it pretty quickly, just because that's who Davis is. He's a fun-loving guy. But, yeah, they do give it, one extra little moment before he's just okay with it,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it ended well for a comedy sake. I feel like the editors knew what they were doing. This is so fucking crazy and stupid. Let's just make it funny. And I think they accomplished that pretty well.
Yeah, and I think that is a very important part to highlight. A lot of the big, praise that I have towards the movie, the fucking animation, all that shit, that's really pretty exclusive to the first 2/3 of the film. The last third, where it goes in the OVA, things are not anywhere near as good there. That's where, all the fucking pacing issues and shit are, because, everything's fucking butchered at that point. Especially the final fight. It's kind of difficult to tell really what's happening at that point. They fucking digivolve all these fucking Digimon who do absolutely nothing. They just show up and say their names and look like Digimon, and then nothing else happens with them. It's pretty rough.
That first fight animation, though, that was sick. When the little dinosaur was walking around the town fighting the bird, that was really good animation.
That was really sweet. They do the whistle to wake him up. It's fucking awesome, man. I'm a big fan. Now, Tanner.
So... Question.
Uh-huh.
You mentioned how it's a different Agumon.
Yeah.
Is that why it's a different size than Agumon is supposed to be, or did they just not have that shit figured out?
Yeah, no, it's just a different Agumon.
And that, for some reason, that means it can be 5 times the size of other Agumon?
I guess so.
Why is it a different Agumon?
Unclear. Because Tai doesn't get his actual Agumon until, much later.
Right.
Did they all start as those cute little fluffy babies?
Yes.
Yeah. They all start as, little babies.
Why can't they stay like that?
They can if they want to.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's their choice.
Why don't they?
Because they want to look more marketable, I guess.
I do want to say the Digimon rap at the opening of this was pretty funny.
Dude, the Digimon rap was fucking fire.
I don't know if it counts as rap if all you're doing is just saying sentences where you're starting every single fucking noun with digi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Dude, it's the Digivolution. It's starting a revolution.
It's a Digi-evolution starting a Digi-revolution, I think you mean.
There we go. Now, Tanner, hypothetical question here for you.
Yeah.
Do you think you could take a bunny blast?
A what?
A bunny blast. Do you think you could take one?
Which one was the bunny blast?
The bunny. It's the one where he shoots the bunny blast.
Yeah, the Terriermon. He fires a bunny blast.
That's Willis's guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the bunny blast looked pretty devastating. I don't think I'd survive that one.
Fair, dude, fair.
I expected you to say you could, to be honest. Nico
Honestly,
didn't buy
same
it.
here. Alrighty, boys, so, final thoughts on the film. Tanichi.
Dude, next time they should invest in creating a movie that actually discusses the topics of blowing up Colorado with a nuclear device. They would make more than $10 million at the box office.
There are quite a lot of Digimon movies. When I need to plumb through that catalog, there might be one that does that.
Yeah, Nico's starting a new series here.
That's right. You guys started your bullshit, I'm starting mine.
Anyway, Tanichi, you want to start us off with your rating?
Dude, I give this movie a solid C+.
I'm so glad you said C+, because that's literally the exact rank I gave it as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, cinematography and animation and all that doesn't make up for how boring this sitting through this was.
Boring?
I think it was anything but boring, to be honest. I was very entertained throughout most of it. It was just, like, really bad. That's why it was funny.
This is an incredibly entertaining film. So
what are
much
you giving
so that,
it?
Hang on a second. I was going to say a thing, Tanner. So much so Dylan gave it an A+.
Wow.
Just brought back a lot of childhood memories, had a lot of good action, was pretty well animated. The movie was extremely fast-paced, which to me in the moment didn't bother me at all. I know that's definitely something Nico and Jackson brought up. And I would definitely say that unless you had watched the show before now, this movie was probably extremely confusing to you because it introduced a lot of characters, whether they were the humans or the Digimon, really quickly. And they also just introduced a bunch of Digivolutions and all this special armor stuff that I barely remember. So I honestly grieve for the people who were less educated on this movie. But just generally overall enjoyed the action, enjoyed the voice acting. Again, thought the animation was great. And I know it was fast-paced, but I honestly enjoyed that a lot. So I think in the end of this all, I'm going to be giving the Digimon movie an A+. The only takebacks I had from this was, just the animation wasn't completely up, and I think even though I said I enjoyed the pacing, it might have been a little too fast even for me. It did feel like they mashed together a bunch of episodes and smashed them all into one.
Yeah, right? Wow. I'm shocked by this.
A+.
Dude loved it. I'm so glad he's not here on the podcast with us, because he definitely would have given it like a C, like dead C or something if he was.
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh, he would have. I'm personally going to give it a B, I think.
I'm giving it a C-.
C-. Jesus Christ.
Hearing his C- makes me want to drop mine down to a C- as well. I gave it a plus because I felt like, because Lava Skin thought it was entertaining and like the dialogue maybe, but sitting back thinking about it now, I would rather have my fucking time back.
It was so entertaining, though. Are you kidding me? I would much rather watch this film than The fucking Patriot, okay?
Yeah, I'd rather give it a C-. I wish I watched The Patriot. That's got Mel Gibson in it.
It does.
Dude, Mel Gibson is also in this.
No, he's not.
That'd
be great if he was.
He's Agumon.
Yeah.
Agumon as voiced by Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Anyways,
they got some big talent.
That puts the movie at a solid B-.
Fun fact, by the way, the Digimon movie was directed by the same guy who directed Wolf Children.
Wow.
I can't believe he's got such misses on his resume.
Shut the fuck up. I'll never talk to you again.
What did he direct those wolf children to do?
Grow up.
Speaking of growing up, we've got some real shit movies that are going to be picked this time around. Not really shit, but really fucking lame, okay? So we're going to start off with the Patreon, okay? Hopefully they'll be able to spice some things up for us this week.
Yeah, it's another Mad Max movie. That'd be funny.
It is possible.
It is possible.
At least this one would be good.
Oh shucks, it broke. I don't know what happened.
Uh-oh. Where'd it go?
Is it down?
Can I recommend a movie for you guys?
Oh, there
to
we
watch?
go. It worked that time. It was Monster
Let's
House.
go. I win.
We're watching
I don't know
Monster
why
House.
it failed the first time.
That's silly. Monster House is pretty crazy, though. I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
Monster
Hey,
House.
It's been a long
I'm
time
definitely
since
excited
I've
for
seen
that
it.
one.
Dude, it has a big fat gamer in it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yep, just like all of us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
Oh,
Dylan's
hell
picking
yeah.
fucking
I'm
Jurassic
not
World because,
What a
them's the
lame
breaks.
bitch. We need to relentlessly bully him every time he pulls this shit.
Well, hang on now. Jackson's about to pull the same shit. Aren't you, piece of shit? You motherfucker.
We've only got 2 more to go, baby. I was unfortunately the one that started this trend of picking movie series. I didn't intend for it to go this way. I just figured for watching the Evangelion movies, because you have to watch them in order, else they make no fucking sense. That I'd watch
That's
them.
fine if you're picking them in order, but like you don't have to do back to back.
I'm doing it back to back because I want to watch them back to back because I want to watch these movies. So it's just how the cookie crumbles, man. What can I say? So
you
of course
Randall from Monsters Inc. looking motherfucker.
It's like Evangelion 3.0.
You fucking Randall ass motherfucker.
All right, so those are our movies for this week, boys. Definitely looking forward to some of them more than others, but yeah. At the very least, this Jurassic World is going to be much better than either of the other two movies we've watched previously in the series, so...
Do you think it's going to be better than both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's going to be formulaic, but it's at least, it's a formula that works to create a decently enjoyable film.
Evidently not, because the two more that we're apparently going to be watching after that didn't quite...
Those movies suck ass, though. Those movies are bullshit, and I hate them. But anyway, that's going to be about it for this week, guys. Kyler, would you like to tell the people about the Patreon?
No.
Jackson?
No.
Tanner?
I think it's your turn. You haven't done it in a while.
I did it last week!
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I did it last week.
I edited the video, Tanner. I know a thing or two about it.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
So everyone go check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Guapish. You can also go to our website, guapish.com. It'll give you a link to it. Where for only $1 a month, you get access to our pre- and post-show, as well as early access to all of our episodes. You also can get into our Discord, where you can send in movie and topic recommendations, just like Kyler Nikolai did this week. You also get 500 slime coin to develop your own slime army. And finally, you get your name read out in every single episode, just like I'm gonna do right now. Kyler Nikolai, Lava Skin, Top Ramen Man, Joshua Bean, 6 million sounds a little high, doesn't it? Tutbot, Lucas Ledette, Hunter, and Jacob Edwards.
Whoa! This 6 million guy really needs to get some new material.
It takes never mind. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.